Yo, what's good? My name's Harrison Scales, and I transform lives, help individuals get in better shape, and level up their confidence through online fitness coaching. Hit legs earlier today, and it was kind of one of those gym sessions where, you don't want to do it, right? You'd rather be anywhere else. You don't want to go to the gym. But regardless, we got it done. We showed up and we went crazy hard, got a good workout in, and I felt amazing after. And that led me to think about discipline, right? And why motivation is complete bullshit. Because most of you guys watching this, you have a long-term vision in mind, right? You want to get in better shape, maybe. You want to upgrade your life financially, or whatever the position you're in, you have a vision, right? And you're working every day to get that. But so many people, say they're trying and they say they're doing what's required, but trying is not enough. Having trying in your vocabulary is literally giving you a reason to fail. You are not backing yourself up enough. You have to get rid of the word try and start saying I am, I will, okay? Because when you're trying, you're giving yourself room to fail, your room to fall short. So trying simply isn't enough, right? You have to work relentlessly and believe that your vision that you're trying to achieve and everything that comes with that is already there in front of you. The work that you're putting in now will 100% get you those things. It's just your dream and reality have not yet caught up. So you're waiting on that time to come. You have to act like it's 100% coming, because it is if you put in the work, and it is if you ignore motivation and you stand on discipline and you get it done no matter what. Because let's be real, loads of you guys are consistent and loads of you guys have discipline. You're disciplined when you go up and turn up to work every day and you show up for somebody else. You're disciplined at coming home and watching Netflix. You're disciplined at binge eating. You're disciplined at eating the wrong foods, having snacks. You're disciplined, but just not at the right things. You're constantly making the wrong choices. Now, if you install that discipline and flip it, start making good habits and start using your discipline for something useful and something that's going to bring you purpose and fulfillment, then you can use that discipline for something good. Then you can actually be on the path to achieve what you seek and your vision. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to put your goals first. You have to put your emotions and feelings behind you. And I used to be undisciplined too. There was a point in my life where I would just wake up late, go to school, just not really try 100% at anything. If I'm being completely honest, as sad as it is to say out loud, I'm being honest with myself. I would go through school, just go through the motions, just looking at the clock, waiting for the day to end, right? I'd come back home, I would just procrastinate, right? I wouldn't get things done. I'd go to bed late. I'd wake up late. I would have snacks. I would just not do anything that's actually helping me get to where I want to be. And you guys have to be the same. You have to hold yourself accountable and be truly honest with yourself. If you are serious about making progress, and getting to where you say you want to. No one says it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all, but it took me so long to become that disciplined person and on the right path so I can actually be the person I want to be, right? It took me so long to get to this point of where I am now, and it's going to take me so much further to get to where I want to be, but I'm on that path. I'm making good choices and I'm now disciplined, right? But I used to have clothes thrown out over the floor in my room. I was messy. I was doing the wrong things. I didn't have the best habits. I was procrastinating. And to be truly honest with myself, none of that was actually benefiting me or putting me on the right journey to become the person I wanted to be and still want to be. And the first thing I started to do to deal with this problem of being that undisciplined person, I just started hitting the gym. I started building up my physique, building up my body, right? But then after a period of time of training, I started seeing results, but none of my habits really changed. I was still the same person I was before. And the gym alone, what you guys have to realize is the gym alone will not save you. The gym alone is, yes, a very important step of getting to where you need to be, actually becoming the best version of yourself and getting in shape. But it is not the whole thing. But I used to be that person that would, procrastinate, waste their time, wake up late, waste the day, use all my energy on regret, use all my energy on laziness and pain, right, of doing nothing. Just to go to the gym for a couple hours with not knowing what I was doing, just to go to the gym for a couple of hours, then come back home and call it a productive day. Now, some of you guys who are watching this may be in that same position I was. You're going through the motions, you're not really enjoying your life right now, and you're starting off with going to the gym. Let me tell you, if you start making that shift, you start believing you are who you say you are, and you start working with more intent, you start building good habits, you start structuring your day better, everything will become so much more clear, and you won't even need motivation anymore. You won't need motivation at all because you're doing everything right. You get motivation from doing the work. You get fulfilled from doing the work and doing the things you should be. And not only do I believe that the gym is such a special place to, build yourself up. And the reason it's so important is because you build yourself up physically and mentally. And it teaches you tons of things and loads of skills that are going to help you in whatever else you set your mind to. That's the reason I enjoyed the gym so much when I first started. And I understand some of you guys might not, but just adopt that positive mindset and understand that this is building you and preparing you for what's to come, okay? Going to the gym not only helps you build muscle and build strength and look better, but it's who can be more disciplined, who can withstand the most pain to make more gains, who can sit there the longest being uncomfortable in order to become the best version of themselves, who can stay disciplined, who can build good habits. It all starts with the gym, but that is only one portion of it. So stop telling yourself you're trying and doing everything you can just to make the poor decisions again and again and again when you are tested and actually under pressure. So instead of adopting a negative trying mindset, right, and convincing yourself you're doing the best, have some self-respect, take accountability, and start changing something, right? Maybe start understanding that you do need some help. You need some additional support from someone like me who can help you get into that position, right? Or not, right? But that decision is completely up to you. But I wish when I was in your position, I had someone like me guiding me through the stages of how I was supposed to grow and progress to become the man that I am today and the man that I will be in the future because of the great path that I'm on. Start taking initiative and start realizing that your time on this planet is not forever. Your energy levels that you have now will not be forever. So you may as well optimize everything and live it to the fullest. So don't waste your time for as long as I did and actually learn how to focus on tasks for longer than 5 minutes that aren't exciting, because that's what you're going to need to do in order to level up. So with that being said, I could probably go on about this forever, talking about the importance of discipline and removing comfortability. But now I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can start taking in your life so you can start on that path to becoming the disciplined version of yourself. Because there's loads of information, you're hearing loads of stuff from different people, and you're probably feeling overwhelmed and not sure where to start. So let me help you out with that. If you have somehow made it this far and you're still not sure about what discipline actually is, before I get into this next bit, discipline is where you work and do something now that's going to benefit you in the future, right? No matter how you feel. It's about putting yourself first, putting your purpose over comfort, right? Putting purpose over your emotions. So the reason most people, fail at discipline and why most people actually give up is because they think discipline is all about willpower alone, but when they haven't actually got a structure in place or anything that's actually optimizing the way that they work or the way that they operate, right? And they try to get too much done, then they end up burning out. Let me give you guys an example of this as someone who's made this mistake, so you know exactly what I mean. But if someone goes from nothing and then tells himself, next week, I'm going to wake up every day at 5 a.m., I'm going to run 10 miles, and I'm going to read 5 books. Like, bro, how far do you think you're going to get? If you've not done anything before and you're now telling yourself you're going to do all of these things at the same time, you're going to do it for 1-2 days max. And then you're going to be back to square one. You're going to be not feeling up for it anymore. You're going to be feeling, tired. You're not going to have made any progress. Your self-esteem is going to be low and you're going to be wondering why you can't get anywhere. And another piece of advice is going to be, you have to become the disciplined person before you start being disciplined every single day. And what I mean by that is you have to positively affirm yourself and convince yourself that you are going to let go of everything that wasn't helping you, right? The procrastination, being comfortable, right? Just wasting your time and whatever it may be, right? You have to convince yourself that you are this new person. You are making a change. You have to make a statement in your head, right? In your mind. So you convince yourself that you are that disciplined person. You are creating change and stepping into the right direction. Instead of wanting to be disciplined, you have to say, I am disciplined, right? Because the way you perceive yourself, your actions will tie in. Something else I like to use and have found really helpful is increasing the friction for your poor habits and reducing it for things you need to get done, right? So what I mean by this is when you are working, for example, put your phone in another room, right? If you've got a busy day ahead, put your clothes in a pile on the floor the night before, just to give you that mental clarity, right? Just so you know what you're putting on in the morning, so you don't have to waste any extra time stressing. And if you struggle with eating poorly, making poor food choices, right? And maybe you're snacking, you're binge eating, you're eating unhealthy foods, right? You can when you go to the shops, you don't even walk into the aisles that have bad food, or you get someone else to go, so you're not faced with temptation right then and there in the store or the shop. So when you come back home, you only have good healthy foods. It's not even possible for you to eat wrong. It's not even possible for you to eat unhealthy. So set up a calendar to structure yourself. Put in a calendar things that you have to get done no matter how you feel. Structure your day so you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, and another thing is accountability, right? Share it with some friends or family or people around you, or get a coach, right? Someone who can help you, hold you accountable. So when you do mess up or make poor choices, there's someone there, recorrecting you, making sure you're on track, and actually finding out why that is. I feel like that's super important, especially the people you're around, right? You need someone who's real with you, who's honest with you, who's friendly with you, but can also hold you to that higher standard. And you have to remind yourself in the times where you feel like giving up, you feel like it's too difficult, because there will be times like that, because like I said, it's not easy, it's difficult, right? In those times, you have to understand this isn't a negative thing. You are being disciplined now so you can have the freedom in the future. So start by building good habits, but do it one at a time. You need to build it up gradually over time so you don't get overwhelmed and so you don't burn out and quit, okay? Start with the thing that's holding you back the most. Sort that out and then progress to the next, then the second most thing, right? And then after you do that, you'll start realizing how much more time you have, how much more productive you are, and you can just feel yourself progressing. And also, like I said, if you wanted to go down the accountability route and you wanted someone there who's on your team, who wants to see you win and actually help you transform and become the best possible version of yourself, make sure to DM me the word GAIN on Instagram, or you can check out the description below where there'll be a link where you can book a call with me directly. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and found this valuable. Until the next time.